Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Aklamak doing another Tuesday teaching and Wednesday wisdom. And in this short lesson, I want to bring some clarity about the constant infighting going on within Yahawah. Battles over whose doctrine is flawless, who can break down the prophets the best, and who's got it all right. This fight, it's wasting time and dividing the remnant. Now, me personally, and I can only speak on myself, I have no desire to lead Israel. I just want to be there when it's all said and done. Not counted among the proud or the rebels, but among the faithful who endure. So I hope this lesson will strengthen the weak, humble the proud, and keep the remnant focused on what really matters. Because in these last days, it's not about being seen by men. It's about being received by the Most High, the power. We weren't there when the sea split in half as we fled from Pharaoh. We never saw the angel of the Lord devour our enemies before our eyes. We never ate the manna that rained from the sky. We never stood before the cloud of glory that covered the tabernacle. We never witnessed the beauty of the high priest's breastplate shining in the sun. We never laid eyes and witnessed a burnt offering rise into the heaven. We never felt the safety of a land secured by David's mighty men. But we still bow our heads. We still tremble at his word. We still call on his name. And he sees us. He delights in us. This is the miracle of the last days. Scattered souls returning home without seeing the road. A people without signs, but full of faith. A nation reborn, not by sight, but by spirit. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 1, verse 35 through 37, and it reads, Your houses will I give to a people that shall come, which not having heard of me shall believe me, to whom I have showed no signs, yet they shall do that I have commanded them. They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. So we never saw the miracles, but we feel the conviction. He calls it grace, not weakness. We are that people, not proven by sight, but by remembrance. And that grace is what keeps us from turning on one another. This is the book of John, chapter 20, verse 29, and it reads, And Yahawah saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. That is us. We are the scattered, the cursed, the humbled. He called us blessed, not because of what we saw, but because how we still believe. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verses 1 through 3, and it reads, And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God has driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee. So the return doesn't begin in Jerusalem. It begins in captivity with remembrance, repentance, and reverence. And here's the key. He honors that. So why should we dishonor each other? Why should we cut each other down as captives in our enemy's land? What really is the checkered flag here? What really is the trophy? This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30 through 32, and it reads, For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name themselves. So we don't need to be in the land to be in the covenant. We don't need the temple to be accepted. He gave us a heart and ears, and he's watching how we use them, not how many feast days we nail to the exact minute on the calendar. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 1, and it reads, I am sought of them that ask not for me, and I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. So this is not about the heathen. This is about the forgotten sons, the ones who woke up, and without a teacher, without a priesthood, without a temple or sacrifice, still found their father again. So let's be real, Akim. We are in captivity, not coronation. No altar, no meat or drink offerings, no high priest, no king. So why are brothers fighting to be the most righteous in a land that isn't even ours? So you're proud that you keep the feast days to the exact day and hour. Praise Yahawah. But did you bring the appropriate meat offering and drink offering with it? If not, you didn't keep it the way it was commanded either. We are all rehearsing Judges 5 and 11, not performing perfection. We're offering effort, not supremacy. And that's what the Father is accepting. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 17, and it reads, The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. O God, thou wilt not despise. So this is the true altar in captivity. Not a golden censer, not animal's blood, but your brokenness. The Most High isn't looking for who shouts the loudest or corrects the most brothers. He's looking for the man who's cut, humbled, and real. You want to give the Father something, give him your sincerity. Because a crushed ego and a humble spirit and a heart that repents daily, that's a burnt offering in exile. 2 Chronicles chapter 16 verse 9 says, For the eyes of Yahawah run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. If your heart is loyal and your spirit broken, and your walk sincere, then you are pleasing the Most High. That's all that matters. Why size up the next man's fringes, or check the accuracy of his calendar, or how many feasts he's kept throughout the year, or whether every prophecy lines up perfectly in your eyes? The Most High isn't grading legalism. He is refining gold. Please, brothers, don't fight each other while in the furnace. Encourage each other to endure the flames. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, and it reads, "And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for God proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering." So we didn't come through the Red Sea as far as we know, but we're coming through fire, and he's still receiving us in sincere obedience under oppression. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 63 verse 16, and it reads, "Doubtless thou art our father, though Abraham be ignorant of us, and Israel acknowledge us not. Thou, O Yahawah, art our Father, our Redeemer. Thy name is from everlasting." Even our ancestors wouldn't recognize us. In chains, confused, scattered, broken. But the Father still does. He still calls us sons. He still redeems us by his everlasting name. And if he isn't ashamed to claim us, then why are we acting like we need to prove who's more worthy? This is the cry of the scattered remnant. We may not look like sons to men, but we are sons to him. Even without a homeland, or the language, or prophets, he still sees us. He's still the covenant keeper, still the redeemer of Jacob. And his promise is eternal, not based on what we see, but what he declared. You don't need to have seen the cloud to walk in righteousness. You don't need to have stood at Sinai to keep the commandments. You don't need to be in Jerusalem to make the Most High smile. And you definitely don't need to fight your brother to prove you're worthy. You are the miracle. You are the witness. You are the sign. Though we never saw the wonders, we became one in faith, in fire, and in favor. So with that, I hope you brothers can come together in one mind and one spirit, all for the glory of Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawah Shai. And for the rest of Yasha Allah, I hope you are edified, and Shalom.